Philippines President Rodrigo R. Duterte was taking office in 2016 at just about the time that the Philippines won a historic case in the United Nations Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague, thoroughly humiliating China by ruling that all of China's activities in the South China Sea are illegal and in violation of international law. Duterte's first acts in office were to cut off relations with the United States and to take a trip to Beijing, where he was given the red carpet treatment by China's Communist Party leader Xi Jinping. Duterte indicated that he would not enforce the tribunal ruling and in fact appeared to be giving Scarborough Shoal away to the Chinese. The flip-flop could not possibly last for several reasons. Among the Philippine people, 54% have a favorable view of China, while 92% have a favorable view of the United States. Also, the Philippine people historically hate the Chinese, while the Chinese people historically hate the Philippine people. In 2012, a Chinese television anchor accidentally claimed that the Philippines is China's inherent territory and the Philippines belongs to Chinese sovereignty. This is an indisputable fact. So the leaders of China and the Philippines can make deals if they like, but we know from generational theory that major decisions like that are made by the people, entire generations, not by the politicians. So there was never any chance that the flip-flop would last. Duterte's decision on China was never really popular and generated immediate backlash at home, but it was reluctantly accepted by the Philippine people because the alternative appeared to be war with China if the Philippines tried to enforce the tribunal's ruling in the South China Sea. In fact, in May of last year, Duterte explained his decision by recounting a conversation he had with Xi Jinping a year earlier, in which Xi threatened war. After recounting the conversation, Duterte added, "Are they willing to fight? Because if they are willing to fight, we are. But why would I do that? It will result in a massacre and it will just destroy everything." So Duterte decided that he had to accede to China's threats. As part of Duterte's agreement with China, China promised to deliver $24 billion investments in 27 different projects. Duterte repeatedly touted China's financial help as a key reason for pivoting away from the US and Europe, which he said haven't produced material gains for the Philippines. But by 2018, it turns out that the $24 billion investment promise was an empty promise. A $1 billion, 300-megawatt hydropower plant was never begun. A $700 million stainless steel plant was put on hold. A project to raise 3 islands from a waterlogged area was cancelled. ABS-CBN, 19 May 2017, and Bloomberg, 25 July 2018, China increasingly rejects Duterte's diplomatic actions. Since 2016, Duterte has tried with some success to use bilateral negotiations to resolve the South China Sea disputes. However, a series of belligerent Chinese actions in 2018 had caused Duterte to be increasingly critical of China in public statements. Duterte's honeymoon with China, if it ever existed, appears to be over. Duterte now says that he plans to talk to US President Donald Trump about the possible purchase of military equipment for the military and the police.